Joy, welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a beautiful sunset sky to share with you using my favorite Maker Forte products, starting with the California Love Color Hive Ink, the Rah Rah Skirt, Roller Skate, and Purple Rain, as well as the Savannah Skies die set and some Eclipse Black paper. So I start out by die cutting, and I am using the Slimline Savannah Skies die, and I tape that down with some low-tack painter's tape and run it through my Platinum 6 machine. Once that's done die cutting, I use my crafter's wand to release the tape and then to pick out the few pieces of cardstock that was in there. But for the most part, this intricate die didn't need anything as far as popping pieces out. I love the way Maker Forte dies cut. Anyhow, then I start my sky, and I start with the California Love Color Hive Ink. Now the inks that I am using are the neon part of the line, meaning that they are not water reactive. In fact, I think that they go down more like a pigment ink than a dye, although I do not know for sure if they're a pigment or dye, but that's kind of what I see, and we'll go through the way they blend as the video progresses. I am using my cottontail blending brushes to get this down, and you're going to see that I hold my blending brushes right at the top so that I get a heavier coating. Now if you want a very light coat, you would hold the blending brush towards the bottom or the end of the brush. My next color that I come in with is Roller Skate, which is kind of a reddish orange neon color, and I think my pad was just a hair dry, so I kind of hold that in my hand and really kind of get that color into my brush before I put it down. And what I'm doing is I am just trying to get a nice blend between the yellow and the, let's just go with the reddish color. And I just want that to be nice and smooth, flawless. So I take my time with this despite going down with a heavy hand. And that's what I like about these inks, that they're, even though they seem like they're a little bit like a pigment ink, they are still sheer like a dye ink. So I am going to have to ask Maker Forte exactly what kind of ink this is, but regardless, I don't care. I love this Color Hive ink. I love all the Color Hive inks, actually. I'm just trying to work through the different colors to get different blends, because I said, about a month ago that I was going to work through the inks and show you my favorite blends. So now I come in with Rah Rah Skirt, which is a true neon pink, and I love this color. Now you're going to see on my ink pad that it probably has a little bit of blue tint, and that's because I did some direct to paper on a previous project. But you're going to notice that even though I have that discoloration at the very top, it doesn't affect my my ink quality or the color. So I really work through that. Now you're going to see that one bright splotch, and that is because I had squirted down my blending brush with water. And so right where I had just put down my brush the heaviest, it left that. But it does dry back, and with additional blending, you're going to see that spot's not there. So I always tell everybody, never stop, just keep going. It's always an opportunity for embellishment or covering up, but don't stop. It's just paper, and don't lose your mind over imperfections, because in the end, they always work out. So just keep going. I know I say that often, but I do mean that. And I leave any of the little mistakes that I make on the film, because a lot of times when you see things on YouTube, everything is uber edited, and you think that people don't make mistakes, but we all do. Now I am coming in with the Purple Rain, and I was shocked how light this color was, and I was pleasantly surprised. So I just work this color again with the raw skirt to get a nice vibrant pinkish purple. And when I blend, I do concentrate on the end, like on the off the edge of the paper, and then I work into the pink. That way the colors mix. Also, if you notice, I started with the yellow and then I flipped my paper around. That way I wasn't taking the darker colors and trying to blend over the yellow. That way I don't lose the yellow in the long run. So I do continue this blend until I'm happy with it. I ultimately go through and I run all of the colors back over. I find that when I do ink blending, that if I put down at least 2 coats, I get a flawless blend. So when I get to the part where I start to repeat my colors, I just want to let you know that I did speed up the recording by 2 times, just so that I don't take up too much of your time, because I do appreciate you being with me. If you wouldn't mind, I would love it if you would like, subscribe, and comment, and maybe even hit that notification bell so that you know when I come on next. Let's talk about Maker Forte for a second. Wow, we had a fabulous Christmas in July event over the weekend. It was stellar. It was 6 hours of Alex giving us great content. And all of the items are still online. If for some reason they sold out, they are coming back. And you can purchase them now as a pre-order. And they will be sent to you as soon as they are off the press, for lack of better words. So pick those up. I even think that they are discounted for a short time if you buy the bundles. And that's as of July 18th when I recorded this. This is going to go live on July 19th. Also coming up for Maker Forte, July 22nd, which is a Foiling Friday event. Carrie Van Noy will be live on YouTube giving out her tips and tricks and any new products that may or may not be coming out. I don't have all the information on that, but I wanted you to be aware that she's going to be up on the Maker Forte channel doing the Foiling Friday, which is always a great treat for everybody. Now this is where I am going back to the card and I am applying my second colors of ink, and you're going to see how these blends are seamless in where I go over each color, where they meld together. You're almost getting like a second color. So I only put 4 down, but if you look closely, I almost have like 7 to 8 different colors, which is what I love. Now, look at this yellow. When I say that this blends kind of like a pigment, it almost pushes that orange up a little bit. It's kind of weird and different. It might be because I'm on very smooth cardstock, but you're going to see that I go back in with my brush, just with the ink that's on the what is this color? Roller skate, and I'm able to blend that back through. And ultimately, it turns out to be beautiful, but just wanted you to be aware that the yellow does sometimes push up that roller skate. And I do finally go back in with the Purple Rain one more time. Now back to the die cut. I spray that with some spray adhesive, and I do that outside just because of the fumes, and then I dot on some wet glue. You're also going to notice that I cut my panel a little too long, and I did that on purpose so that I could come in with my Tim Holtz trimmer and get a perfect size for this card. I also come in with some foam tape and pop this up onto a Eclipse Black cardstock card base, and I made that I believe it was 4 by 8 1/4 is what I ended up making the actual slimline. As long as it fits into an A10 or business envelope, which is like I think a 4 by 9 envelope, you're fine as far as any slimline size that you want to use, and that is what I chose. I also came in with some smooth cardstock and lined the inside, so of course you could write your message to someone. And again, here are some little vinyl details. I am coming in with a Crafter's Companion sparkle pen and just adding some shimmer. And here are some final looks at my card, just zooming in on that. So anyway, until next time, keep crafting. Be blessed, my friends. Thanks for sticking it out with me. Bye-bye.